You guys can go live.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Sleazy Sport. And I got a full house today. Today I'm joined by Sihle, Mike, Katleho, and Pusetsi, who's breaking his virginity on the channel. What's Gucci sense?
Um,
You chose Puseto, depending on how you're going to answer the next question. I'll tell you if you chose the right day to break a virginity. Which one of the top four teams do you support?
the team that drew yesterday against those Red Fools.
Nah, that's fine. We can talk. We can talk.
Mapizolo in this thing, dog. It's
What?
supposed to.
Look support Ebola 2010.
Yeah, Zukale 2010.
Ah, come on, man.
Yeah,
Ben
yeah,
was
yeah,
been a football supporter for years and years. Only started
yeah.
getting liking into Manchester City, especially when Pep came.
Oh,
So,
of course.
because obviously being a Barca fan, I've always enjoyed watching Pep football. Like it's my style of football. So yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, you're right. You're right. 2010.
yeah, it is
Ah.
2010. The times where I think the Konabobani Penjani, and yeah, dog.
Sean Wright Phillips.
Sean Wright Phillips,
Come on.
yeah, those
Konjo,
were
who's
the
the other
good days.
Brazilian? Who's the first Brazilian? Robinho, the
It's
first guy
Robinho,
Robinho,
that
he was
started.
there.
Yeah.
and then there was also Ilano. Remember Ilano?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Joe. Remember Joe, bro? We used to play for Everton. He used to have an afro.
Yeah. And Joe Wakona was just J.O. And that's it.
J.O. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But anyway, guys, where do you guys want to start? Do you want to start with bantering my team? Because I know you guys have a lot to
Nah,
say about my team. I mean, we lost to
nah.
your legend, your club legend. He schooled us. You heard Thingy's comments. Oh, Ralph. Ralph was like, if we struggling against the team that conceded 3 goals against Burnley, then I really
I think at this point with United, there's no point bantering because it's chai for you, James, guys. Like it's like bantering a kid, bro, that's in the dirt already, bro.
yeah.
Like
Very, very true. But like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to go United. I think let's save United. Do you want to speak on top four?
Yeah, top four. Yeah, I mean Castro as well. Your team also dropped points against Brighton. What happened, dog? Like I saw you guys were playing Shaka as a left back. What's going on, dog?
dog, Arsenal. You see that
Man
team now,
City,
Arsenal.
I told you guys,
They
a
don't rate their
long
fans,
time
bro.
ago that
Yeah, yeah. Go Castro.
the first ever time I came onto this podcast, dog, I told you that we're one Thomas Partey injury away from a crisis. And it happened, dog. And then Joker's playing left back also, I don't understand, dog. Like, we have Tavares, I know he's a terrible left back, but at least he's grown up playing left back, he's trained for the position, whatever. And yo, it was a disaster, bro. Like honestly, and Brighton's not an easy team to beat, bro. Like yes, sir.
Hmm.
So I knew it was coming, man. Like I know Lokonga Tex. I've seen somebody start a couple of games, and I know what's coming. Those side passes, wire, like John Obi Mikel back in the days. Like, hey, nah, man, it was bad, very bad. It's done. Like I've seen our fixtures, and I'm just like, yo, it's shaking, bro. It's really shaky.
So basically, we're conceding, bro, that Tottenham is taking that fourth spot. Then,
Dog. Uh,
yeah,
like this thing. If I were to put money on it, I'd definitely put my money on Spurs, bro. I feel like in the last couple of weeks, in the last month or so, I don't know if you guys have noticed, it looks like Conte's starting to unlock that squad, bro.
Yeah,
He's
Mm.
starting to understand the gents more, and especially getting the attackingness out of Harry Kane, and also obviously Son has been making a check, but also he's also starting to concede less goals, which is also another problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Tottenham
That's
could
yeah.
a
I
actually
think
pro Tottenham could actually low key pose a problem next season.
I think
yeah.
the purchase, the Jan purchase, I'd say the best purchase, or a team that made the best purchase is Spurs. That Kulu whatever
Kulusevski.
yeah,
Hey,
Mm,
that
hey.
boy, under radar. I wasn't paying much attention to him. and I promise you right now, he's that missing link. Because I think with Spurs, there was a time where you could literally, if you close off Song and Kane, you've got a fighting chance. He adds a different dimension to Spurs as a team, and I'm yeah, it's enjoyable to see, and I'm not biased because it's coached by a previous Chelsea manager, but they seem to be peaking at the right time. They're picking up points when it matters. And
Yeah,
looking at Arsenal, they were lethargic. They were terrible. They they only came into life in the last 10 minutes of the game. But by then
yeah,
it was too late.
yeah. And then you, Magic Mike, Hambani, dog. What's your take, bro? Is Kulashevsky Mnandi in your words, dog? Is he nice?
Or
I
is he on the
think
famous fraud list?
Yeah,
I wanted to look. I mean, he's only been there for like 3 months, but you cannot necessarily basically derive. How do I say this? You cannot necessarily assess the player after like 3 months. So. But from what I've seen so far, he looks good. So yeah, I think time will tell. Let's see him next season.
But
yeah,
don't
Exactly.
Arsenal still have to play Spurs too?
Nah, it's
Yeah.
similar to how Arshavin came in. Remember,
yeah.
he came
Arsenal,
in
yeah,
hot for the first few months, in fact.
and then
Then
fade.
after that, it was
Yeah.
But I think Mike, just on that right now, what matters for Spurs is top four. And
Yeah, definitely.
if he can deliver the top four right now, which means Champions League football, and it funds them to pay for the stadium because they in debt with that stadium, then it would have been half success. And there was a point where Spurs didn't look like they could even make top eight.
Dog.
Mm. I know they rose from the ashes like a phoenix, bruh. I feel like Spurs, I mean, even their players, man, because when I look at my players and I look at Tottenham's players, they're more hungrier, the Spurs players, and they don't have this thing of which I'm earning
I think X
250,000 Rand. And
X
I mean,
X
yeah, but
X. Okay, let's
yeah,
let's have you answer this question once and for all, so that we
yeah,
we can stop you referencing and comparing yourself to the likes of Spurs.
yeah,
Which team do you think is your direct competitor right now?
West Ham.
Okay. So don't keep your
Yeah,
keep your keep
yeah,
keep Spurs, Arsenal
yeah.
out of your mouth, and don't compare them
Yeah,
to
no,
Man
bro, come
United.
on,
No, but
dog.
but
nah, but you're
to
not
be
seeing
fair,
the
to
Oh,
be
United.
fair,
Sithe.
nah.
Nah,
To
I
be
took
fair,
Sithe
that
acting
from my
like
United
Spurs.
instincts, bro.
United actually beat both Arsenal and both Spurs, so they are right to compare themselves with them. So
Now,
Yeah,
in the greater scheme of, oh no, what's his team? Brentford beat Chelsea just now. But doesn't mean that Brentford has a right to compare themselves and think they're direct
but
competitors.
look
They
at the
might have
points,
won on
dog.
the day.
You acting
I'm
like
I'm
the
I'm
point
I'm speaking
difference.
on the greater
Ah,
scheme of things.
Sithe,
You
Sithe is
X, your
Tottenham
team.
is shia
okay,
ngas
CK,
point.
you as a Chelsea fan, who do you compete against? Because you're not saying
Exactly.
Liverpool
Thank you.
or
I'm
City.
competing against two teams. I'm competing against two teams.
Which
Liverpool
are
and City.
Liverpool,
I
no
forget
way.
Liverpool
about it,
and
man.
City.
Uh-uh.
I
No,
stop.
no, that's
Sithe,
I stop.
Sithe, there's those two
Mm-mm,
teams
mm-mm,
are in the league of their
mm-mm,
own. It's
mm-mm.
those two and the rest. Bruh, that's pretty much it.
uh,
You guys at least
X.
you third, Nikre and Dida in that position. But the top two teams are I
what
dog.
do you
The
know?
football
Those,
that we
those
saw
nah,
yesterday,
dude,
guys.
dude,
I my dog.
fair to,
Ngoba
fair
nishaya
to,
Southampton 6
no,
0
what
now.
the high,
You just
bro. You know,
aye.
we can't
You
Those
know,
compete
forgot.
against Man City and Liverpool. In fact, they beat us on penalties. That what's that cup again?
Yeah,
That's
Carabao
was it the
Cup.
FA Cup, Carabao or
yeah,
whatever,
dude.
the previous cup.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
beat us on penalties. In fact,
Ah,
to
but it's
like
different.
come
It's a
out.
cup. It's a cup final, bro. Cup finals, you can lose to any team, bro.
Yeah,
And they still
Liverpool
beat
didn't
Yeah.
you.
Well,
beat
that's
us.
what City. That's what City say.
Liverpool
Champions
haven't
League.
beat us this season in 90
Dude,
minutes.
cup final now, you
What?
can lose to a team now that not necessarily what's this thing stronger than you. It just happens on the night you had a bad day. and Liverpool had a bad day against you guys, and they still beat you. So
Bad
Yeah.
that
day. What
Penalties.
nonsense is this guy talking about? Bad day. Was a bad day in the league we drew 2-2.
I did.
Was
I'm
a
talking about
bad day when we
Carab,
break down 10
Carab,
men.
Carabao
The
Cup, dog.
reason why they even took
Wait,
a draw at Anfield, they needed to thank the ref. Other than that, we're dominating, bro. What are you talking about?
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
Also,
don't get
also
to
Champions
just
League, Champions League final,
Tell me
Champions
about
League
bad
final. Man
days.
City had a bad day.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a bad day, dog.
There
It
was a
was.
bad day Champions League final.
Bad
Yeah.
day.
When
It
it like
happens,
in
dog.
2012,
No.
just like in 2012 against Bayern, Bayern had a
Hmm.
bad game.
Okay, so you're
Robin
telling me what
was
wait,
yeah,
Squeezy. You're telling
yeah,
me in 3 games, all 3 games that Liverpool played Chelsea, they had bad games.
yeah, dog. Shanzi.
Wait, can
Oh,
I ask? I just
oh,
want to
okay.
recall. Sorry, how
I'm playing.
in
Yeah,
the league
yeah.
what's the head to head at the moment during this season with Chelsea and Liverpool in the league?
We played each other
Look,
with 2 draws.
two
There's two
draws.
13.
draws.
Yeah.
And one of them was when we were down to 10 men.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it was at Anfield.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah, Mike. But
Mm,
still the
okay.
point's different though. Let's talk about the
The
points
point
difference
10
between
points is too
Look,
big,
look,
bro.
no. Yabona Tina, ne? Let me
mm,
correct you guys, ne?
mm.
I Liverpool fit to I to we in the same level, Joe. It's just good they do better against small teams.
What?
Yeah.
They,
Come
they,
Whose
on.
fault
they
is
do
that,
better
dog?
against small teams, dude. We lost the
Whose fault
league.
is that?
No, it's our fault. I'm not disputing it, but like come now, dude.
Like,
1-on-1. Hi, Joe. 1-on-1.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah, dog. But
Nah,
okay.
dude.
I know Valley. I know why you this
Nah,
confident
1-on-1.
this week.
Nah, Joe.
Yeah, Mike.
We in
Mike,
the
let's talk
same
about your
level.
team. Yeah,
okay,
let's go. Let's
what about
yeah,
Man City 1-1 versus Chelsea this season?
yeah.
I
I
wanna
think
the reason why we lost against Man City this season, if it too.
Twice.
That was down. No, it was down to one player, Lukaku,
What one?
enforcing him.
Ah,
Ah,
No, dude,
ah,
we played.
my
ah, ah.
Lukaku.
hey, you like using our boy as a scapegoat, Mike.
yes,
Like,
dog.
dude,
Guilty.
Bro.
It's a
there's a lot of
team
fraudulent
sport,
guys
is
in that
it?
squad of Chelsea, but I don't want to
No,
name
no,
them
no,
now.
no.
But it's
It's a
fine.
team
Sorry?
sport.
Ah, put
Because,
it, take that
yo,
back. Fraudulent players.
wait.
Guy,
Okay, not
Hear me out,
fraudulent.
man.
Maybe I used
No,
the
hear me
harsh
out.
word. There are a lot of players who are borderline
No.
fraudulent.
Hear me out. Hear me
Like,
out. You guys are not hearing me
Yeah.
out, ne? First
Mm,
of all, Ben Chilwell, we haven't had him for most of the season, ne?
very true.
We
yeah.
spent a good few months trying to play to accommodate Lukaku. So essentially, we're playing 10 versus 11 the whole time, dude. Like, isn't it a coincidence, Guti? Ever since Lukaku has been hitting bench, we've been on a winning streak.
Nah, last week you weren't, dog. And he
Nah,
was on
Fetty,
the
Nah,
last
last
bench.
week.
week, I think last
Nah,
week,
let me explain.
are
Ah,
you talking about
Last week,
Champions League?
Fetty.
yeah, in the
No, last
Champions
week.
League.
No, Joe, hear me out. Last week,
Yeah.
in fact, these guys got high, got international break, came back, didn't know how to defend.
Yeah.
I got high.
And see that I do recall you sending a text
Let's
in the
be
group.
honest, Joe. We had a
Yeah,
bunch of people that
I
didn't
said
know how
it.
to defend
I said,
anymore, Joe.
here's
yeah,
a Mike. I
Wow.
said it before the game. I said, I hate these international breaks. These
yeah.
players, they go away. When they come back, for some reason, it's almost like a switch. They're not in tune anymore. And I think we got what we deserved against Brentford. Against Madrid, we were going up against a phenomenon in
Oh,
Benzema.
I
Benzema
get
was
no.
unplayable.
It wasn't just Benzema, bro. That guy was feeding you. What's his name? Vinicius Junior. Dog on the
Yeah.
wings, man. You guys were seeing
Nah,
stars, bro.
even
Like,
nah. I think there were four instances where I could say he was running rampant in that position. I think yeah, it was four
who's
times, and one of the times
who's
resulted in a goal.
who was
But
that
Yeah.
you
man who
guys are
was also
talking,
seeing
no, dude.
seeing stars? Christiansen, man. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
Christensen.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was. Yeah, he
Christian.
was seeing
Wait.
flames. Yeah,
No. Did you watch the game, Joe?
Yeah,
We were
we
I think it
watched
dominating
was
the
it.
four
game.
instances. Yeah, it's four instances throughout the whole game.
four
Yeah.
The
instances
thing is,
is a lot. Dog, that first half.
Madrid,
Yeah. Go,
Madrid
Mike.
hit us on a counter the whole time, dude. We were
Yeah.
dominating that game. The only difference
Nah.
is they had Benzema, we had Lukaku. Lukaku came in two
You did what?
chances. Two.
Nah, there were a
I
few
know, but
chances
Madrid
that
Two.
there were
created more
few
How many
there were
chances
did
than
few
you
you.
mean?
chances.
Two
If
chances.
gents, if we're honest, there were a few
Two
chances that
chances.
Chelsea got that had they converted them, it would have ended in a draw. If we are
Yeah,
honest,
yeah, but the
Lukaku
thing
Yes,
missed
is,
the
I'm
sitter
saying
yeah,
that 3-1 was very flattering, to be
to
honest,
who?
bro.
Flattering.
To
Towards
who?
what's his thing to you guys. You guys should have got charged even more,
My
dog.
guy.
I'm gonna,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
gonna,
you started watching football 2013, my guy.
Ah, ah, you got dog, dog.
Hey, Endoda.
just
Nah,
ask
Do you
guy.
Mike.
see that
You ask
chance?
Mike
Do you
They
see
don't
that
Tyson.
play.
chance, man?
They
Where
don't play Disky on Cartoon Network, my guy.
Yeah,
eh, dog.
wait,
You see the Chelsea, you see this is why Chelsea fans are problematic because they never want to face the truth, man. It's like
wait.
Which game were you watching, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Which game were you
that's your
watching,
dog.
bro? Can I ask which game were you
dog.
watching?
Did you see that chance, man? Where
Ah,
Vinicius Junior hit the pole, dude.
Yeah, hit the bar. Yeah,
mm.
okay.
Like
the
these
first
men are
Let's talk
forgetting
about
such highlights, dog. Dog, they were
okay, dude.
cutting in your defense the whole time, dude. Every counter attack
Cutting in
they were
your defense.
cutting.
Donna. Lomotlo, whenever like
nah,
like I said, dude. The reason why we lost, niggas forgot how to defend.
Yeah,
but
All
very
those
true.
you
all
scored
those three
five.
goals
Oh,
were
guys.
defendable. If niggas were
Cause,
just defending properly. First
cause
goal.
Madrid
And the
had
one,
5 chances,
so
dog. They had five
sorry,
clear chances. Benzema scored
Five
three.
players. Because
He missed
do
the
not
sitter,
but
and then
it's what
they hit
Mike
the
is
bar.
saying. It's what Mike is saying. Mike just said it that
Yeah,
we were playing against Benzema and we had Lukaku. Had Lukaku buried his chance, because I think he had two chances that he could have
Okay,
buried,
I won't
and
lie.
it
I won't
happened.
lie. The one
It happened.
towards, but that at that point, nah, when Lukaku missed that header, was it the header? Am I correct?
yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
that
a header.
header.
Yeah.
Dude, the match was already dead, bro. You
No,
guys were low
it
on
can never
morale.
be.
You
It can
guys were
never.
low on
It can
morale
never be
already.
dead.
3-1.
It can never be
3-1.
dead.
Hi,
Man, dog, it was after that Mendy L, dog. The morale was low, dude. Even now I wouldn't score that thing, dog. Even if it was a tap in, dog. I understand why Lukaku missed that thing, dude. But
Nah,
I do
but
hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know,
dude,
guys.
can I tell you something, eh?
Yeah,
Gents, depending on what lineup comes up tomorrow, like we can give Real Madrid a hiding, Joe. After what I saw against Southampton,
yeah,
if
Oh,
these
so now
guys
you're
come in
comparing
tuned in.
Southampton.
I know, but you know what? You might,
No,
Mike, you
to
have a
Man
point,
City drew against Southampton, Joe.
huh?
Man City drew
say
against
something.
Southampton early in the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, they did. They did.
They did, yeah.
So
Chelsea.
don't take
I think Chelsea.
Southampton Gangane, Joe.
I said
Yeah.
Chelsea now are gonna. They're probably gonna score maybe one, max two. I just don't see them scoring with no reply. That's my thing.
No,
Yeah.
it's cool. I think let's not preempt the game. We'll watch the game with it should be a very interesting game. That's my take on it. But given how we played over the weekend, we were smooth. Literally from the first minute, we were on them. From the
Yeah.
first minute. So if we
Yeah.
can do that at the Bernabeu, then it's going to be an interesting game.
But did you guys see Werner's miss, bro? Even though King Kai converted it, but
Oh,
I just thought of Mike, dog. When I saw that ball hit the post, I was like, I'm sure Mike is losing his mind.
so he hit Mamela. He hit the left, he hit the right, and he hit the crossbar. Like literally, I think there was a stat. Which he's one of the few players who've done that in a game. Like that's how unlucky this boy is. And maybe Tagatat is gonna be fine.
Werner just like I don't know what he needs, dog. Like even Germany, they need to also think to themselves, are we gonna rely on this man up front? Because bro, World Cup, especially knockout phase, is a different ball game. You have to be clinical, and that's the difference between teams like Real Madrid and Chelsea. I got it's just Madrid knows how to finish, bro. Did you see the first header I got Benzema, guys? Like for me, I never
Me
thought
too.
that was gonna go in my
Well,
No,
opinion.
that man was
Tolani,
killing
man.
with
Tolani,
the head.
let me be honest with you, in fact. Like
Yeah.
I said, first goal, if Rudiger tracked that guy, it wasn't gonna happen. Niggas forgot how
Yeah,
to defend.
yeah,
And
true.
like I'm saying it now, Twan, if these guys come with the right mentality, Kusas,
Yeah,
I mean, Real Madrid is gonna catch 4-0 too.
Oh,
4.
Mm, mm, mm,
4.
mm,
4.
mm,
Cat,
mm,
dog, you haven't been
4.
saying anything. Cat has to say something. Kuluma,
Mm.
Cat, it's your
Dog,
turn to
the
say
fact
4.
that
something.
dog, I don't
Cat,
see
Cat
it, man.
knows he's got Ateta. He's got Ateta, so he
Now,
can't tater.
no, but he's been
Madrid,
coming. Because
Madrid.
we're talking
When's
about
the
Champions. Yeah.
in La Liga now? When's the last time you saw Madrid lose a match except against Barca, bro?
Nah,
Yeah,
but
they
we're
got
not. We're
against
not.
Barcelona.
It's two different leagues, not.
Yeah,
Fair
man.
to-
Madrid were playing Getafe on the weekend, bro. Like,
No,
Dude,
but this
Real
is right,
Madrid
dog. Like,
is up.
yeah,
he's right,
We
dog.
just
Like,
need
I'm a
to be
believer.
good. Real
Let's see.
Madrid is up.
Chelsea are gonna score goals. Chelsea are gonna score goals, but
yeah.
Real Madrid will reply. Like, our 4-0, Costa. Forget.
And also, I the thing is now,
4-0.
person. Also, the midfield battle. I don't think you guys are gonna ever win that thing because midfield wise is what
Nah, I think
wins. Is what wins
Ah,
the
pound
league.
yeah.
pound for pound. If Kante is on it, if Kovacic is on it, if Jorginho is on it, I I, I do see a fighting chance. I
Yeah.
honestly
Ah,
do see a
but
fighting chance
are
tomorrow.
you confident about seeing Jorginho, Kante, and all those guys playing at their best together, gelling well compared to Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro?
Yeah,
Those
Amakia.
are
yeah.
dollars, too.
Those are my
Let's like, guys.
patenas.
Let's be honest, ne? Let's
Yeah.
be honest, ne? Dude, Madrid has just been lucky, Joe. If they do actually go to the next round, ne? They're gonna catch a hiding. City's gonna give them a hiding.
No, they're
Proper.
playing Liverpool, aren't they? I think they're most probably
No,
gonna play.
no,
No, they're playing
no.
City.
Madrid's on City's half, while Liverpool's
Yeah,
on
Oh,
so
Bayern's half. So
City,
City and
they're gonna catch
Liverpool
a
are
hiding.
set to meet each other in the final if they both go through.
yeah.
They're
That
gonna catch a
personally,
hiding.
nah,
If
I
they, if
feel
they
like
don't play.
I personally feel like football as football fans we deserve a City versus Liverpool final. I'm just saying, I'm putting out there. Um,
Yeah.
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't think so. Fuck them both.
Like,
I'm sorry.
dog,
Honestly,
football wise, we
honestly,
deserve that.
dog.
Imagine them. Imagine them
If
fighting it out for the league, nah, and then
Yeah.
also fighting up in the Champions League final. That would be wild, dude.
That would be.
Like,
nah,
But
nah.
yesterday, okay, guys, yesterday's game, yes, Sile. Were you not entertained, dog?
I was my guy. It's
Let's be
probably
honest, as
the only
neutrals,
thing
guys.
the
Yeah.
the only thing, and everyone is gonna hate me for saying this. It wasn't intense enough for me in that I missed the olden derbies where your Keens and where it was a fiery spirited game.
Yeah.
Yesterday, all of these boys like they hang out together. They kids with the same schools. They are national teammates, so they were just too fucking friendly to each other.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
uh,
But to be honest, we witnessed something brilliant yesterday. Literally
Mm.
two teams at the peak of their powers. And yeah, it was a good watch. It was a brilliant watch, end to end stuff.
Yeah. And just to add on to what you said, contrast of styles. I mean, one
yeah,
team plays with
very
possession,
much.
the other doesn't. And the only way to beat Pep is the way Liverpool plays. Let's be
It's
honest.
true. It's
It's
like
the way
Yeah, and
Liverpool plays.
both teams are
Yeah.
true to their systems. Both
It's
teams are very true to their systems. You
true.
know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true, bro. That really is true. And yeah, man, like for me, I was entertained. I wasn't entertained by mostly by the City players because about Cancelo, man. You know,
I can tell
Cancelo.
oh man, that
He,
man has too much sauce, bro.
oh,
Hey, my guy,
dog.
As a
like
player, listen.
how did they pull that move of getting Cancelo?
Dog.
Because
No, but
he's
I
like a
remember.
Yeah.
yeah, go for it.
Sorry. No, I was saying I remember when they made that signing, when people raising eyebrows.
I was one of those people. I'm like, what the fuck is going? So what the hell is going on? And
Yeah.
like now he's live. He's calm. He's passing. He's everything right now.
Yo, dog. Pep. That's the thing I always tell people. You look at Pep signings from the second season, not from the first season, because
Nah, but
I
I
feel
don't
like
see
he's
Jack.
still
I don't
plays.
see Jack being a revelation next season.
We'll
I
see.
think
You never
We'll
that
know.
see,
100
bro.
million,
We don't know.
that 100 million,
You never
nah, that
know.
100 million. I'm not
Never
Credo
know.
Mutua, but that 100 million is gone.
This nigga.
Just look up.
Yeah. Yes, dog.
But it's a better signing than Lukaku, though. Be honest.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
don't.
no.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
on the
I'd
same
agree with
level,
you.
bro. That's all. That's all. That's all.
Like I would have rather wasted that money on Grealish than Lukaku, in my opinion.
That's all.
Yeah,
But either way,
Lukaku has just
it's
got more
100
goals.
million low.
yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, but another thing is as well, when I look at the team's deficiencies, like for me, I feel like City aren't as clinical as they meant to be.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they just
City need
are not
City
clinical.
City are
Yeah.
in desperate need of a number
Mm.
9, like a
Yo,
Haaland. Like
bro.
literally right now, they just need to increase the price of fuel or the price of oil and go get this boy. There's no other way. Like I wonder if City can get Haaland, they would
Yeah.
be a complete team.
Mm.
Because
Okay.
that boy yeah, that boy is something else. And
Oh,
What
if
about
under Pep, he would be brilliant.
yeah.
what about that other guy from what's did you see that striker Darwin from Benfica?
Nunes.
Yeah,
oh,
Darwin
that man's
Nunes.
hot, eh?
he's only 22, Fetu.
Dude.
That's a
Hey.
Bruv,
proper against
they're
Liverpool.
gonna
He
snatch,
performed.
Mm.
they're
Hey.
I
gonna
mean,
snatch
I
that guy
think
very soon, bro.
They will. Definitely. Someone is, bro. Because I've been reading, I've been reading papers, even though some of the news is false, because you never know with Sky Sports, but they'll just show you a shitload of articles. But I did
maybe
see
you
one.
suit Arsenal, Joe. Cat, would you have him over at Arsenal?
Like
Arsenal
I'll take
can
anyone at this point, bro.
Yeah.
First,
I'll take anyone at this point, like
my
anybody,
Yeah.
like anybody.
Sorry?
Bro,
Arsenal can
we
attract
showed up
any
a number
player,
nine.
Joe.
Like I said, last
Wha-
scored what December,
Yo,
something like that. In open
aren't,
play, and it's like no, so
aren't you renewing his contract though? Because I heard that his contract is coming to an end. Do you think?
like you
Who?
make it seem like I'm in the
The striker.
boardroom, so like I'm
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah.
I take yourself good players, though. I think like I said, staying.
Hey,
I
I don't dog. I
But
for
X,
me.
I don't know if you remember. X, I don't know
Yeah,
if you remember this conversation we had with
yeah.
Aubameyang. That the minute that Aubameyang leaves, he's gonna come right at Barcelona to prove a point. And
Mm-hmm.
guess what? Arsenal right now are looking very, very weak up front.
Yo,
I think, what's his name? Arteta made a mistake by letting this boy go. He should have just literally kept quiet, let him go end of the season. Because right now it's crunch time. There's like 7 games left, and they are
Mhm.
not scoring goals.
Yeah, no,
Ish,
that's
but
true.
the
That's
thing
true.
is, what's the
Yeah,
point of playing? What's the point of having someone that doesn't want to be there, though?
yeah.
I don't think he said. I think the treatment that he got, because I think that the fallout was like when his mother got COVID and he flew in late and whatnot. I think as a manager, he should have just literally fined him half of his wages for the month, and that's that. Life goes
Hmm.
on. But he decided to be well. Ateta decided, I'm going to show you who is the manager and who is in charge. And right now he's spited himself. He's literally he's really shot himself in the foot because he needs goals. And when you look at
Yeah.
his bench, there's nothing
Dog.
there that can
They've
give
got
him
80,
goals.
dog. They've got 80, dog. Sweet 80, dog.
yeah. Boy.
Oaks thought
You
that
know when
Lacazette would step up.
every time I see Eddie come on, dog, I know it's a massive crisis, dog.
and and I
Massive,
feel like
massive, massive.
I feel like Eddie thinks Eddie will find out General Rashford. He thinks like he's some world beater. Like I'm
Yes,
like a
dog.
superstar. I'm on that, on that crazy tip, dog. And you
A
see,
hype, not a hype,
yeah. And it's like
and they
same thing with
believe their own hype.
bro. Same thing with my squad players, bro. Maguire thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread, dog.
Nah, but
When he
English
looks
media
in the
has told him
mirror, he's
that.
like, bro, I
Nah,
am the
English
man.
media.
Yeah,
Maguire, it's understandable. And I feel bad for Maguire.
yeah.
Leave Timo alone. At least he creates chances. I feel bad for Maguire.
Yeah.
Maguire he played at a good Leicester. He had a good season at Leicester, and the 80 million made him feel like he's arrived. The captaincy just made it even worse. And also for him to be captain of England, he then assumed, well, I'm the next best thing. I'm the king of my generation. only to find that he's not as good as everyone or in the media was
Exactly.
writing him out to be. And also
Yeah.
the other sad thing is that all of these analysts that come in to watch his games, most of them are affiliated with Man United, and they don't want to be honest that hey, Siflopile and this 80 million is a wasted 80 million. No
The
one
only
wants to say that.
the only people who say Maguire is whack are United legends that saved up for retirement properly and that know that they don't need a job per se to continue living a high lifestyle. Abo Keenum fit to Nabo Scholes, Nabo Neville. These guys, they know that they need some form of income. Look at Beckham. Beckham is quiet. Beckham invested his squad nicely. He hired a tax
Nah,
practitioner like Mike to do his books while he was still a player, and he ensured that that when I retire, I am nice. I don't now need to go on TV. Even the who's this Rafael van der Vaart, as much as his career didn't like light up, he calls out Maguire. He's like, Maguire shit. He'd never make it in the Netherlands. He said it 9-9 on live television. He's a little shit. He said it live, and so it's only the British media, Jay, who just gas up. I mean, who's this guy? Ooh, Richard. Michael Richards didn't rate Benzema. Only when he scored a hat trick against PSG, all of a sudden, yeah, Benzema is on that Harry Kane, Lewandowski level. And Benzema
what?
has always been hard. Yeah, Michael Richards, bro. You must watch these analysts, bro. At times, dog, I wonder to myself that is the Premier League the only league that they watch because there's
I think
all
it is. I think
yeah,
these guys the way they comment and the commentary style, you can tell all the time. It's the only
yeah,
shit they watch, bro. Like
exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
um, and then when they lose to like teams outside of England in Europe and stuff, they get shocked and then they blame them. Then you're just like, dude, you guys don't watch, bro. Like you can tell like these guys are not informed as much.
They're not.
I
They're
see
not at all.
Paul is saying of all British players, I've said Harry is the best striker in the EPL for the past 5 seasons. Yeah, no, I'd love to fight you, but I don't know
Yeah,
where you are. Not for 5 seasons. I think for the last three.
yeah,
Three.
but
Yeah, the
but
last
Kane,
three.
but Kane,
He's
Kane knows football, bro. Like you
yeah.
saw, you saw his passes, bro. Like
I,
Kane,
I
Kane.
I'm a real Kane stan, bro.
Same
Like
here, bro. I also stand with Kane. Who Kane can play even ne two pal, ne one pal, okay. Like that's how I rate players, bro. Whereas Lukaku, you put him. Castro, do you
Leave
think you'd
Lukaku
play
alone.
with Lukaku in five-a-side, bro? Since you like the
Nah,
five-a-side
dog.
king, bro. Do you think Lukaku
Nah,
can
man.
suit your guys' system?
Lukaku can't play in small spaces, dog.
You see? Thank
Like,
you.
not for him.
Thank you. Bro. I mean,
Is this
that's
the
Not
how I
for
bashing
him.
rate.
of Lukaku? Is this the bashing
No,
show of Lukaku,
no,
gents?
no, no. I'm just saying.
I see. How much does Lukaku pay you to?
No.
Yeah.
Because you seem like
Honestly,
he's brand
from
ambassador.
the beginning of the season,
Ah,
I've always liked
Mm.
Lukaku, and I said it. I said it's going to be redemption for him because I
ah,
felt under Mourinho he wasn't given a chance. But yeah, in hindsight, the boy it's not working out, and it ends there.
yes,
But back to
Nakaka,
Harry
bro.
Kane.
yeah,
I feel when I had had Harry Kane gotten a good team behind him and he moved to City, he could end his career with a couple of trophies,
a lot.
with a
Mm.
couple
Low.
of medals. But at
Mm,
this rate, the best that he can do is like these cups, because the distance between Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City, and I put them like that because that's how I
mhm,
currently see them. It's too
yeah,
vast between where we are and where Conte is trying to take Spurs.
Tottenham, yeah.
I think the best that he can possibly get, and I don't see him moving out anymore.
Mm,
I think
mm,
yeah, he is
mm.
just going to be a club legend. He must just win one of these cups. I'm not going to even
Well,
say a small cup but it's a cup
or
of some
let
I
him,
sort.
think I
or
think
let
he'll
him join.
I think he'll still move. I think he'll
Yeah,
let
still
them
move.
back.
Honestly, I mean for his
Ah,
age, honestly, for a guy of Kane's standard to end his career with zero titles to his name. Like he's playing in England. Man City is not going anywhere. Chelsea will bounce back. Liverpool is not going anywhere. Also,
How old
I
is he
think
now?
That
Conti
man's
29.
is
almost
what
30.
29,
He's almost
30.
30,
He's
dog.
29.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the last time that there were rumors of him moving out, I think Man City were willing to fork out. I think it was like 120 million, if I recall.
Yeah.
But Daniel Levy wanted 150 million. If he were to be on the market next year when he's like 30, how much would you say he should be worth?
He must be
And
worth
this is
one
like a
100,
fair
a
valuation.
100, bro.
Yeah,
A
that's
hundred
it.
for a 30 million. Sorry, 100 for a 30-year-old.
The thing is, you know what you
Yeah,
get with Harry
you
Kane,
know what
bro.
you're
It's not
getting, bro.
like you're taking a
Nah,
risk, bro.
kids. Nah,
When
you
Kane
are
walks into
taking.
your team,
You know what?
yeah,
Kane is a yeah, but he's in his prime. It's only gonna get worse.
Dog.
With that
No, but
money,
you guys
you
must
could take that
understand,
money.
man.
No,
You
you
guys,
take that money,
no,
go to
no.
Benfica,
This
get down.
this is
But
this
you,
is what I've always said this before. Now, sports science has increased the longevity of people's primes. People are now peaking at 30, dog. Like look at Lewandowski, look at
No,
Benz,
sorry,
bro.
sorry,
Okay,
sorry,
Benz
sorry,
is
Pusis,
always
I'm
been.
not clapping to you. I'm not clapping to you. I'm clapping to what Paul is saying. Don't
yeah,
get
Oh,
excited.
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry, I was
It's
too
fine.
early for Paul there.
Anyway, so I
Yeah,
was saying men are still able to jam until 30, 34, dude. And I still think that guy has time. Like being almost 30 doesn't make him like, oh my god, it's gonna be a
Hey,
waste
but
of money, dog.
at
Like,
at 100 million for a 30-year-old, the board better be like a Man United board, clueless about football.
I Tina, bro. I'm our board. We
Nah,
on some serious drugs, bro. It's not even
nah,
marijuana, bro. Us, it's
ni
hard
Oprah.
drugs,
Ni pushy Oprah show. You get a contract. You get a
bro.
contract. You get a contract. Like who gives
Dude,
Bruno a contract right now? Based on what?
on what? Thank you,
Pull up.
Sita, bro.
Bruno's performance has been crap. If we are
Dude,
honest.
and you know what's crazy is that it's rival fans that see this, but Man United fans don't see this shit, dog. They don't, bruh. And that's the scary part, dog. My fan base, bruh. Whenever I bring up Bruno to any of my United homies, it's always war. You're starting again. It's dog. It's always war, bro. But this guy in the first half lost the ball 21 times, guys, and you're number 10.
Nah, I
That's
think I
winning
think he's
250, dog. We're giving him 250. 250,
yeah,
guys.
I think
Ha.
I got Benji just
I
a couple of games, just so that he
ah,
clears his mind and he gets back.
mm,
But yeah, back to Patrick Vieira.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm looking for a clip that I thingy on the show where I spoke on Vieira. I said he's going to be the surprise package of all the new young managers. And at the
Ah,
time, it was Frank, it was Ateta, and it was him. And I said he's going to surprise a lot of people. And the game that he played against Arsenal, brilliant. And this is in the back of them almost beating Arsenal
yeah.
the first game, where I think they
Yeah.
conceded in the last couple of seconds and it was a draw.
Yeah.
So
That's why.
Patrick Vieira, he's flying the flag. I'm loving his side, though they lost this weekend. But I'm loving what he's doing to Palace. He's converted them from being this terrible team to watch, where they depended on one player, to they've got a couple of players that you look at and you say, no,
Mm.
this is a team I wouldn't mind watching.
Yeah, they've got Techie, bro. Especially, I want to see when Eze returns because I think Eze had a long-term injury. Eze, bruh. Eze plays
And we're
classic
playing them. I
football.
think we're playing them in one of the cups. So they've issued not issued. They've sent through a request to have Gallagher play because he can't play for his parent club. So I think
Yeah.
we're reviewing that, and it would be stupid of us if we go and say he must play. No,
Ah,
that
you
mustn't
know,
happen.
they didn't review it. They declined it, dude. They already declined it. They're like, no.
yo, what up,
That's
Mike?
good.
I didn't hear
Now
that.
It's,
they've already declined it.
they declined it, dude. They
Oh,
declined it. They said,
yeah. I mean, because Gallagher makes that team better, bruh. So of course it makes sense for you guys to say, "I relax, Vieira," But hey,
So
man,
can you now talk about the Chelsea club legend who made everyone's weekend a worthy weekend, Frank?
oh
I,
yeah, that'll be our closing topic, guys. And the load shedding years are on my end, guys. I think in a minute my electricity might just go off,
Mine
guys. Like,
also, I actually noticed now that I got an SMS from the station.
yeah, dog. Like, as it
So
is, I don't think we have
I'll
time
start.
CJ,
I'll
to
start.
talk about it.
I'll start. I'll start. I didn't watch the game live. I ended up watching
Yeah,
the highlights, and then I was like, no, I don't think the highlights are giving me a fair view of this game. I watched the extended highlights, and
yeah.
I ended up saying, okay, the game is on. Let me just watch the repeat of the whole game.
Hmm.
This is my takeaway from it.
Yeah.
Everton doesn't have quality star players, but during the game, they fought for each other. And in them fighting for each other, that 1-0 was deserved. On the flip side, you've got Man United, stars when you on paper, when on paper, like stardom, like from David to ish, I almost said Maguire, to the attacking in Cristiano stars. But I think when you guys got knocked out of the last cup that you possibly had, your players felt, well, there's nothing to fight for. And the other thing is this interim manager, whom I still don't understand whether he is a manager or is he coming to go upstairs.
What are you doing, dog?
Is showing you a picture of crap.
It's all good, Mike. Nah, it's fine. Sit there. Continue, bro.
Nah, and you've got this manager who I feel the players don't respect this guy. And if honestly we had clarity as to whether he's going to be the new manager or is he going upstairs, because this question mark around it is allowing these players to get away with murder. These players didn't show up in the game. They didn't show up. They couldn't care less.
Yeah.
There were a few chances that, I felt, okay, cool. Rashford had that chance, which was a brilliant save. Actually, two chances: the headed one and the shot that he took. And after that, it was, yeah, man, it's done for. I think they're just waiting for next month for the season to end, and we start again, I guess.
I know, Sitler, bro, you've said a mouthful. You've covered everything that I was gonna say. And we had this discussion, on WhatsApp. And I also had one with another boy of mine who's based in the UK with Terrence. He was vexed. He was losing his mind. And I told him, dog, relax. Don't let United ruin your weekend, bro. Even though that was the first fixture of the weekend, but don't allow that to happen. You need to, like I was reading 50 Cent's book. It's called The 50th Law, and so now there's principles. Nah, that the first principle is accepting reality for what it is. So
That you are
yeah,
crap.
yeah, dog. I'm a person who accepts reality for what it is, and we just need to start again. Period. We just need to start again, but I don't think our board will give the keys to the whip to either Reinik or Ten Hag. That's if Ten Hag comes, because I've been reading articles that the reason why the deal hasn't gone over the line is because homie told them that I'm used to being in an environment where I've got footballing people around me, and there is a bit of control in my environment. So if I see someone and I like that person, my director of football does the things to get me that person in. I
Do you
want to
blame
have
him
that
though? Do you
liberty.
blame him do you blame him having that? Because I think the
Dude,
board has time and time again dictated to the manager who they can get when they want to get that person.
my G, that's why I was about to say, that's why I like Ten Hag, for him to literally tell the board, these are the demands that I need, and these are reasonable demands. These aren't crazy demands. This guy's not saying I want so and so. He's just saying, Oguti, I just want to have control. because I'm sure LVG spoke to him, and LVG doesn't like
Yeah,
Man United. Van
yeah, I was
Gaal has
about to
been
say.
vocal about it. I'm sure he's like my G, in Dutch. He's like, dog, if you're gonna go to this team, just make sure that it's on your terms. And
He said my want.
yeah, my own or
That
something. Yeah. Yeah, go there.
But you know what's crazy? In
Yeah,
fact, your team is an embarrassment. In fact,
yeah, we are.
I gonna after considering how much you guys spent,
yeah.
We are. Bro.
85 million pounds. Sancho, Rafael Varane, 40, Ronaldo, 15,
Yeah, no.
and you still swap. In
It's
fact, you're still struggling to get it. Like you're not even fighting for Europa League right now, Joe.
they're
Conference,
fighting for the
son.
federation.
What? Because we don't have that trophy, Mike. That's the only trophy that's missing in our cabinet. It's the Conference League, dog. That's
And you know
we're
what's
fighting for
more
that
of a
shit.
disgrace, in fact?
Right.
Arsenal is above you, in fact. And
And
I think they
comfortable.
spent way
Let that
less than
sink
you
in.
guys.
Yeah, let that sink in. Let that sink in,
Comfortably.
X.
Yeah. It is what it is, dog. Like I said in the 50th law when I was reading that book, the first principle is accepting
Reality.
reality for what it is. It is what it is. We are an
Yeah.
embarrassment, Mike.
And
Like
and by the
we
time
are.
and by the time that you figure your ish out, the gap between you and the team that is your close competitor would have widened.
Dude,
Because
dude,
if you
not
look
just
if you
only.
look above you,
Yeah.
if you look above you, all of these teams are investing in the right direction. And
Mm-hmm.
you are either stagnant and you are sitting with these wages that you are hoping that when a couple of players leave end of the season, it's going to allow for young blood to come in and whatnot. That
Good job, Paul, dog. Good job, dog.
uh, I think we'll catch a show a load shedding just like Man United over the weekend.
I
But
know,
Cat, you've been
I know,
extra quiet with it.
I know he's load shedded now. You can tell, bro. He's frozen
Mm.
now. If only I could
Yeah.
take a screenshot of this, bro. Like, can you take one, Mike? If who's using their cell phone, man? Look at Cat. This is a fire meme, don't you think? Yeah.
Typical Arsenal. When the moment comes, they
Yeah.
freeze.
And it's just
But
yeah,
yeah,
but
and
it's true
also
because you saying
hmm?
you talking about the teams above us. What about Newcastle, bro? Newcastle are gonna overtake us. They're gonna overtake us if the board doesn't change the way. If they don't listen, because you can even know Bani,
Bro,
Rani,
but I,
even
I
said
forgot I forgot about Newcastle having new
Newcastle are
manager.
coming because they're improving. They're not losing,
Yeah, but
and I
Newcastle
think Spurs
they're gonna get a new manager in probably like a year's
exactly.
time.
You see what I'm saying? And then
So
after
that's the
that,
one thing you should be scared of when because I think the current manager was there to save them
yeah,
and that 100 million was well spent.
you see,
But I think there's going to come a time where the club's ambition he's not going to match it as a manager because I
yeah,
don't see him making that step up where they're going to be going for Europe now, where
yeah,
finishing in the top 8 or top 10 of EPL is not going to be enough. They'd want that push. I don't see Eddie taking them there. So be
Yeah,
very wary and scared of the next manager.
but I'm
yeah,
surprised
yeah,
Conte never
yeah,
went there.
yeah.
I think the what's this? The project was it was in its infancy. It was going to you're going
Yeah,
to start something new. You're going to
yeah.
Nah,
infuse
but
Conte,
a
then
culture.
he would have had the buying power, more buying
yeah,
power than what he has
but the
at
thing is
Tottenham.
that Mike he only has January, dog, and in
Yeah, but I
January,
mean,
a
he
lot of
bought a
teams.
quality player in January. Imagine if he had the transfer budget of Newcastle in January.
At
You
Spurs.
could have
Oh,
overhauled half of that team in January. And
true.
plus,
Yeah,
because Conte is a brand, he's big. Né? A
He's
lot of
attracting
players would
power.
believe in him.
Yeah.
You would attract quality players to the club because it'll be like, listen, we got Conte there. This is where this club is going places in the future. as opposed to getting like a mid-tier level manager come in. He's probably gonna be there for a year or so, and then next minute now you're jumping, you're getting another manager, but then now you would have wasted millions getting mediocre players.
I think also
Whereas
what they'd wanted is that when you're fighting for relegation at the bottom, it's a different fight as compared to when you are wanting to win the league. So I think in
Yeah.
the back of their mind, it was to them, Eddie Howe has got experience surviving or being in the mid tier because that's how they saw themselves. But yeah, that relationship is gonna sour very not very quickly and very soon, but like I see it in the next year. That souring and them getting a new manager. And to be honest and to be fair to Eddie Howe, it's not going to be a reflection of his lack of ambition, but it's just the club is going to want to dominate European football.
Yeah, it's pretty much how who's this guy who coached City before? Like Mark Hughes. Remember, Mark Hughes
Yeah,
had about Craig Bellamy, he had Joe and them, and then of course it reached a point where the club is like, actually, we now we feel that it's high time that we start challenging, and then that's when they started getting Mancini, because I think Mancini
Mancini.
was the person who started off the W's, and yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah,
But you
and
are
I
right,
think
dog. Yeah,
also what will happen
yeah,
is whichever manager they're going to go for, um they they would have probably by or they would use like a Jan or whatever period to get the players prior to the manager coming in. So when the
yeah.
manager does come in, he's got a couple of his players that he had already picked up, that hey, listen, I want this player, I want this player, I want this style of player, I want that type of play. Because I think right now with Jan, the money just literally, because they took over when I think it was in November or it could be end of October. So like it was like a month where they had to be very quick and trying to sell that idea to a man like Conte would have been very, 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 very difficult. But I think next season they would be in a
Definitely.
position to get
Yeah.
a top European manager.
You see, so
But
now you see at
it'll
the end
take
of the yeah,
it will take him about like 3 seasons, in my opinion, for
yeah,
him to ever reach that level, dog. That thing, it's not just about the money, bro. Like, there's a lot
yeah.
that needs to change in that team, and the board that needs to have
Mhm.
a huge direction to where they're going, bro. So
I know.
for me, and especially it's not because of the fact Newcastle not the only guys with money, bro. City have money, Chelsea have money, dog. You know,
Mm.
Nah, but
Liverpool
no one's
also
got
got
Newcastle type of money, bro.
Liverpool's got like also got good investments from the Americans, and it's gonna take them a while
Nah,
to penetrate that gap, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Nah, I
hard,
How
man.
about
don't think so. I don't think so.
Newcastle's got.
I say
You can combine all the clubs together. It doesn't even amount to the Newcastle owners' wealth, in fact.
I think I think I think it's going to take them a season and a half for them to be like top top six.
listen to
Um
that?
and it's going to take Man United probably 3 seasons for them to get back to not even the Man United of old, but like to get back
Nah,
to
Cisse.
fighting.
Cisse, it's only if the board stops fucking around. That's all. You know, I always say, no coach can operate in that environment.
Nah, yeah, true, true.
I mean,
Uh,
the ceilings are falling, the walls dog need painting, the floors need retiling. Like, it's just bad from a footballing standpoint. And
But
until a board does that, if they don't,
I think you missed an opportunity in getting Conte in, and because there was a lot of talk. No, he's not going to be. He doesn't know the Man United way. What is the Man United way? Because right
and
now you're sitting with a manager who himself is struggling. Because apparently in the changing rooms there's like little freaking cliques.
yeah,
So and that in itself is like you professional, sure, fine, you might get along with the next person better than this person, but if a person starts and is your teammate, you fight together because the objective is to win and collect as many points as you can possibly collect. So now if you've got the change room in like little cliques, that in itself is just they're
yeah.
not respecting the manager.
They're not. That's
yeah.
why. That's why if the keys of the whip are given to Ranick and Ten Hag, they're gonna say, "Okay, you, pack your bags."
But
Piss off.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Reinik. I think I told you
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
hasn't
yeah, yeah,
done
yeah.
anything, and you said he is a rebuilder. But I'm like, at what
No, no,
capacity?
no, no. I said
Managerial
to
or up
you,
the board?
I told you he's a person who's meant to be at the top, not
So
to be
then
a manager.
why do you then have him as a manager for 6 months? Because I think this is what happened with Man United board.
But it's the
Hold on, X.
board,
Yeah, I
dog.
think this is what
Stop
happened with
listening.
they assumed no, your board assumed that top four was done and dusted. So they could let go of Solskjaer and get someone to literally take care of the club up until the end of the season. But guess what? News for you: top eight might not be even a possibility for you right now.
Because
Actually, no, top
Wolves
eight
are on
is
our ass, bro.
top eight. Yeah,
Wolves
top
are
eight
here.
suits you.
We're 2 points ahead of Wolves. Wolves can
Yep.
overtake us if we lose. Actually, we are gonna lose against Liverpool. I think they are our next fixture. Hey, they are gonna pipe us, bro.
Okay.
Who
Guys,
they
I'm
played
gonna
the first
need
time
to, I'm gonna
around?
need to leave. I'm gonna need to leave now.
All
Yeah,
right, all right,
shy.
all right.
Yeah.
I know, guys. Let's just call it.
Can you
Let's call
address
it.
nah?
Alright,
Let's address
James.
the elephant in the room. Let's address that scenario with sorry, they're not the scenario. That incident with Cristiano and that kid.
All right, peace,
What's
Nepusete.
that piece?
Sure. Thanks again,
So,
gents.
I know.
sure.
Take care, my
I
G.
think
Yeah.
because there's talks now
Yes, but
of police being involved and an assault case being open. I think that's a bit extreme.
Oh,
Uh, Cristiano might have blown a fuse because he was like proper irritated, and I think the irritation wasn't he it literally played itself out in that kid's phone,
mhm.
and and to be honest, he should just either buy the kid a new phone, apologize to the kid, get him a signed T-shirt or whatever, and that's that. But
Dude,
assault
already.
charges,
My thing is that already he did issue out an apology and said he's
no,
willing to
no.
well
There
PR
was
or
there was
whatever.
a lackluster apology where you say no, you can come and watch Man United. The kid is not a Man United fan.
Yeah.
He's an Everton fan. I think
I
there
mean,
was just very
he's gonna meet
disrespectful of him.
Ronaldo though. He's gonna meet Ronaldo. Ronaldo gonna pull through, give
No.
him a hug, and be like,
yeah,
"Here's an
just
iPhone 14."
I
What's the
just got
latest
to
iPhone?
go.
You bought it?
No, I'm saying my data's almost finished because I'm not
Ish.
connected onto Wi-Fi.
Hardy,
You can
dog.
bounce. It's fine, gents. All the
Yeah, let's
best, Mike,
do
for
it.
tomorrow, my guy.
Yeah.
Sure, James.
All right, guys. Dope episode. Thank you once again for availing yourself, guys. Take care.
Peace.
Peace up.